Today's topic, man, is 10 things a woman must do if she wants to be compatible with an alpha male. 10 things she must do if she wants to be compatible with an alpha male. Now, as I stated, man, I believe that the problem with relationships in modern society is that once a woman has dated a few men, whether she's been sexually involved with them or not, it's not the point here. Maybe she's dated men that she hadn't been sexually involved with. But once she dates those men in this cesspool, in this beta male cesspool called the dating game, she starts to view men from a position of power. Not men's power, her power. She starts to deal with men from a position of power. She starts to deal with men from a position of being the prize. And so when she comes across an alpha male who has never seen any woman as the prize, she gets a rude awakening. And initially, it's all gravy. Her energy changes. She goes into her natural submissive feminine state, which is what a woman does when she's in the presence of a true alpha male. This is what happens. Then she gets comfortable because she's used to beta males. Not maybe not even in her life, but she's used to seeing beta males settle for lower energy, lower determination, lower focus, lower drive, lower loyalty, and continue to stay with the woman. Because she's seen beta males who no longer even want the woman they're with stay with the woman. So she has no idea how to deal with an alpha male, and that's where the shaming language comes in. You're inconsiderate, and you never did love me, and I never meant anything to you, and you're so superficial, and all you think about is sex, and all those things come to play. All those things that the alpha male doesn't want to hear, and they run him off quicker than anything. So let's get into this. 10 things a woman needs to avoid if she wants to be compatible and have a lasting, fulfilling, symbiotic relationship with an alpha male. Number 1, talking too much. No real man, no alpha man is going to deal with a woman who runs her mouth all the time, because it represents immaturity. It represents the mindset of someone who has just learned how to talk and can't stop talking. You ever been around a little kid? Babies, I'm talking about when they first start grasping the fact that, hey, I can make sounds with my mouth. And all that babbling and Google and gaga and they be doing all the time. That's how a grown woman sounds when she can't shut up. She sounds like she just learned how to use the English vernacular. And now she can't shut up because she's amused by the sound of her voice. That's what happens with babies. They're amused by the sounds of their voices. Then they become amused by the sounds of other people's voices. And then they become amused by the fact that when they say something, someone responds and looks at them waiting for them to respond. They get amused by conversation. But these are babies we're talking about. You see, these are the things that we address when we say that women are kind of like children. Not because you're not a responsible adult, responsible enough to go get money and pay your bills and take care of yourself and do all of that, but because when it comes to human interaction, you seem to be very immature. And this is one of those ways. Always yapping. No man wants to hear a woman talk all the time, because truth be told, if I'm alpha, baby, you can't teach me nothing. Ain't nothing you can teach me. And you ain't got to teach me how to deal with you, because I'm observing you already. Why you think you're so caught up? I don't need you to tell me how to deal with you. If there's anything I'm not doing that you like, it's because I don't do that. I mean, there's anything that I am doing and you do like, I know you like it. So I don't need no instruction from you, not even with dealing with you, because I'm going to deal with you how I want to. And ain't no input you can give me on that. None. I don't want your input on how to deal with you. I'll give you your input on how to deal with yourself. I don't need no business insight from you. See, if I was a beta male, yeah, I probably need that from you. If I was beta male, if I was a 50-50 man, but I don't need that from you. I handle this over here, shawty. All I need you to do is stay in your feminine place, Be that pretty little sexy thing that I want you to be. See, the problem is you focus so much on other things that you can't maintain the 10 things on this list. And what I'm telling you right now is all you have to do is focus on these few little 10 things. And most of these things are things you already take care of. What I'm telling you is don't do the things on this list. And then you're good. I tell you like this, don't worry about what you should be doing. Just worry about what you shouldn't be doing. Because I'm going to tell you what you should be doing. And when I tell you those things, nothing else you do matters. You got to embrace shut-upness. If you don't know what shut-upness is, I'm going to do a dedicated video, maybe a dedicated stream on shut-upness. Another thing that you must avoid if you want to be compatible with an alpha male and have a long, fulfilling, symbiotic relationship. And I discuss what symbiotic is in another video as well. You can't stop beautifying yourself. Don't ever let it get to the point where everything you was doing to beautify yourself in the beginning, you stop doing it. You understand? If I'm used to you having tips on your toes, don't let no time pass and I'm looking at your toes like wondering what's wrong with them. How come you ain't getting your feet done? If that's what you showed me in the beginning, it ain't even the fact that I like it so much, other than the fact it is that men are creatures of habit. Well, I won't say habit. I don't like that word. Men are creatures of routine. We like things to say in the routine that we got them in so we can go and focus on something else, getting it in its routine. And if that's what you're doing, you got to keep doing that. I don't want to see you not like that. If every time I see you, if I ain't never seen you with your hair not done, don't let it get to the point where I can't remember last time I saw you with your hair done. We're going to have a problem. That ain't what I signed up for. Hell, that ain't what you signed up for. So when you get to the point you stop beautifying yourself, if you're getting facials to make sure your skin is clear and you got all these regimens and all of these things, that's why I tell you, you want to live with an alpha male because you want to be around him all the time, but you really don't. Because if you're going to be around me every day, I'm going to require that you beautify yourself every day. I don't want to hear no damn excuses. I don't want to hear about you don't feel good. Well, you better feel better. That's why you need to maintain your own space. That way, I don't put that type of pressure on you to always beautify yourself. I don't want to see you unbeautiful at all. If we're cohabitating every night, you got to wear sexy lingerie to bed, or at least some boy shorts or some sexy panty and bra set. You got to wear some every night. You ain't going to never come to bed. Listen, man, I don't care how cold you are. You better cuddle up. You ain't coming to bed with me with no damn sweatpants on, shawty. You ain't coming to bed with me with no crazy looking moo-moo or nothing like that. You ain't going to do none of that. So if you have those times where you want to do that, that's why you need to keep your own space. That's the only way that's going to happen. You don't want that type of pressure of beautifying yourself, because I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a problem. At the very moment you stop beautifying yourself, we're going to have a real live issue. And I'm just saying, don't put that pressure on yourself. Avoid that unless you are sure that you can handle that. Beautifying yourself every day, no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter what time of month it is. I don't care if it's your time of the month, That just means that your body is going through some functions. That don't mean you ain't got to beautify yourself. That's the thing. You got to stay on top of that. Now, this is only if you want to have a compatible relationship with the man you want and not the man you end up having to settle for because you don't have this drive and determination. Now, I know you may ask, well, what is this? What am I getting out of this? The whole title of this thing is if you want to be compatible with an alpha male, what you're getting is an alpha male. Now, if you don't know what that means, I'll teach you that moving forward as well. Now, besides talking too much and stopping beautifying yourself, another thing that you cannot do, you must avoid this, is getting out of shape. You see, let me tell you what this means. Now, this may sound pretty superficial, and on some respect, it may be, but really it's not. Because as an alpha male, I'ma stay in shape. If you see me out of shape, it's purposely. You understand? It's purposely, because on the back end, I'm finna get right back in shape. See, getting out of shape ain't something you do purposely. You let yourself get out of shape. And what I am saying is this: okay, I understand you get pregnant, you're going to pick up a couple of pounds, fine. But as soon as you ain't pregnant no more, it's time to get back to work. See, this is the thing. You want to wear hair like the celebrity chicks. You want to wear clothes like the celebrity chicks. You want to be an online multimedia superstar, social media superstar rather, like the celebrity chicks. But you see those celebrity chicks putting in that work? You see them how they have a baby, next time you see them, they be bounced right back? Of course, they may have a little bit more money than you, but that means you got to put in a little bit more effort than them, but it can be done. So I'm not saying that if you have my child and you get left with some stretch marks, baby, that's cool. That's my child. I don't look at those as imperfections. I look at those as evidence that you were willing to let your body go to war with a pregnancy so you could deliver my seed into the world. Now, as an alpha male, that's how I view that. So I ain't gonna look at you for nothing that my baby caused. If you have another baby, if I put 10 of them in you, whatever damage they cause to your body is not gonna make you any less beautiful to me. Not those imperfections that you can't do nothing about. And of course, we're gonna take every precautionary measure to make sure they're minimal, but whatever happens, happens. I'm talking about if you're 150 and then I look up and you're 250. That's what I'm talking about. Because what you gotta understand is this. Although I'm gonna give you time to get it back together, sexually, it's gonna be a wrap until you get it back together. That's just what you have to understand. It's gonna be a wrap until you get it back together. So you got to understand, even if I marry you, not legally, but even if we say the type of vows, well, okay, I'm gonna hold you down. Let's say legal marriage. Even if I was to legally marry you, and I said to have and hold for better words, that's love. That ain't got nothing to do with lust. You got to understand, as a man, sex is all about lust. So the same woman who looks sexy one night, wearing some sexy things, putting forth the effort, is she coming out with some sweatpants and a holy shirt on, with a bonnet on her head the next night? It's gonna be the same woman I look at and be like, You dig? So you got to not stop beautifying yourself, because that's what drew me to you in the first place. And if you stop doing that, I'm not going to be drawn to you the same way. Now, another thing that you must avoid if you want to be compatible with an alpha male and have a long-lasting, mutually beneficial, symbiotic relationship, don't stop being sweet to a nigga. You understand? The way you don't never have no attitude, the way no matter what I say, no matter how I say it, you understand and accept that I'm just a man talking to you, and you still going to be sweet and receptive and generous and considerate, understanding all the things the beta male gives you when it comes to those sweet emotions. I'm not giving you any of those. What I'm gonna give you is fairness. What I'm gonna give you is guidance. What I'm gonna give you is instruction. You understand? What I'm gonna give you is understanding of who you are as a woman. But all of that nice and sweet and all of those things, that's you. You start off with those, you gotta keep giving those. The moment you stop giving those, then it's probably gonna be a wrap. Because there's some things that I will do without, and then there's some things that I won't.
It's the book of Alpha running me, nigga. Read it or weep.